Hey scrubbers, it's Vanessa here, and today I am sharing my How to Kill a Kit with style for the month of August. And I am getting my video up late, so I will have in the description box below everybody who's playing along, and I think all of them have their video up already, so I am late getting my video done for this month, but I wanted to show you what I put together. And at the beginning of the video, and I will have it up in the corner, I have my inspirations. So the theme for this month is sweet and savory. And so when we were throwing around ideas for the theme, somebody had mentioned mood boards, or kind of that idea of a mood board. So I took that and ran with it. So I went to Pinterest and I found the photo that you saw at the beginning of the video. And it's basically like a table. They'd done like a table centerpiece, where it was florals, and then it had citrus and a lot of greenery. And so that made me think of like limes that can go to the savory side. It made me think of herbs, like with the greenery for the savory side or the sweet side, and then oranges and things like that that are sweet, plus the florals that are obviously give that sweet, feminine vibe. And so I took that as my inspiration, and I decided to base my kit loosely, or pretty close, I shouldn't even say loosely, but around the colors that were in the picture as well. And so I'm going to show you what I pulled together. So what I decided is basically off of my inspiration. I found two pattern papers and I kind of took those as my inspiration. So these both do have a little bit of blue in them, but I didn't play up the blue at all with anything else that I pulled. I stayed pretty much toward the orange, the yellow, the pink, and the green. Those were the colors that I really focused on pulling items from my stash to use in this kit. So that being said, definitely my inspiration was this pattern paper, and I had an extra copy of it that I had in my scrap bin. So I pulled it, and it has this diagonal stripe. So everything I'm pulling is from sort of those colors. And then I pulled this pattern paper, which is a stripe on a diagonal. And like I said, other than the blue, the rest of the colors definitely fit with the colors that were in that photo. So this is how I went about picking the rest of my papers to go with this. So this one here was a Bow Bunny paper from Beautiful Things, if you wanted to see that. And I could use the back because it does have the yellow, but I did pull it for this side. And then this one here, this was a Jen Hatfield Hey Hello, and the paper was called Happy Day. It's definitely older. Everything I have in this kit is old. And so, like I said, everything is kind of based around this. So what I'll do is I'll put, for now, I'll just leave this sort of in the corner so you can see everything that I pulled. This pattern paper here, I don't have the branding strip on it anymore, but this is a hip kit, and sorry, that's a little hard to look at. And it is the blocks of color, and I definitely thought this went really well with that mood board. So I have that. It could be a background or a layering piece, but I have that one. Next up, I have this rainbow one that again pulls in all of those colors. This is Maggie Holmes' Sweet Story. And it also has stars on the back that are in yellow. Again, I could use that easily for this kit. And so I liked this one as well. Next up, I have just a pink and white diagonal stripe. This is from, oh, I forget, Stamp Market, I think. It was one of their paper collections. It has black words on the back. I don't think I will use that, but I definitely like this to bring in, obviously, the pink. Basically, the rest of these go by color story, so these are all my pink ones. These are a tone-on-tone pink, so I have a darker pink on a white, lighter pink background. Just a simple polka dot, really easy to use. Next up, we have this pattern paper, which I don't have the branding strip for, but I believe this was also a hip kit exclusive. It is sort of goes from a light pink to an orangey, corally pink, I guess you could say. So I definitely thought that one worked. Next up we go into orange, another polka dot. Apparently I was really into the polka dots. So this is again darker to lighter orange with tone on tone. So this is like a lighter orange polka dot. This was from Paige Evans' Wonders collection. And I could use this. The pink on the back is another option. So I can use either side of this. This next one is from Hip Kit. This was Collect Memories. And it had a floral on the back. I didn't pull it for the floral. I actually pulled it for the orange to give me another tone of orange. So I will probably use this side. I don't foresee me using this. It introduces a bit too much color. Next up we go into the yellow. So I have this Houndstooth. This is from the Hip Kit. It was it's a New Day collection, and I believe it's Carousel. I'm not sure. But I have this one for a lighter yellow. And then I have this grid, which I thought would make a great background if I wanted to use it. This is from Pink Fresh, I believe. No, this is from Buenos Dias, I think is how you say it. So it has the matte print on the back. I won't be using that, but I thought this made a great background. Next up, we go into the greens. This I thought would be a great background. This is Heart from Simple Stories. If I need something neutral, I could always use these hearts on the back, but I did pull it for this light green. Next up, I have this pattern paper, which is also a Simple Stories. No idea what it's called because I don't have the branding strip, but I thought this for a background definitely worked. Next up, I have this one from Hip Kit. This is from Flourish, was the collection name, and it's Escape. This is also really neutral. Kind of a geometric pattern on the back. I could use either side. I did pull it for this, but I think either of these could work, maybe even for a background. So lastly, I have, oh, I guess I have a couple more. I have this one as a cut apart. I just liked the cut aparts in this from the Maggie Holmes collection. A lot of the colors went well with the pattern papers that I had chosen. I don't want this blue, but definitely the pinks and the yellows and the greens can work, and it's versatile. I could use either side, so I might use that and cut it apart. Lastly, I did throw in just a couple other pattern papers that I could use for backgrounds. This one was from the Hip Kit. Pretty Sweet, I think is the collection, and it has this sort of painted stripe. Would make a perfect background, as well as the back of this one also has sort of a watercolor background. Either side would work for background. I wanted to give myself the option to use, instead of white cardstock, pattern paper for my backgrounds. And lastly, I have this one, which is also a Hip Kit from Dream Big, and I pulled it for this sort of faux wood grain pink pattern paper, so I thought that was an option. And with that, I'm going to show you the embellishments that I pulled. I have this is a printed strip. This was from a Paige Evans collection. I'm not sure which one, but there were some tickets that matched the colors, so I pulled that. And then I did not pull thickers, because I'm either going to die cut my own titles this month, or stamp, or just pull some thickers from my stash. So as I create my layouts for whatever ones I have videos for, I will show you what letter stickers I pull out. I did go through and just pull some embellishments. So I have, my plan is to use sequins this month, so I have 3. These are all older. I think World Atlas is fairly new, but these are 3 different packages of sequins. And I thought if I show you this, you can definitely see that each of these sequin mixes go really well with my main pattern paper that I chose. So I can get away with using any of these, or a combination of, depending on the colors I have in my layout. So I'm going to pull those. I have some doilies in 2 different sizes. I have just a tag that was hanging out. I have some green enamel dots and some puffy hearts that I pulled just to add some texture. I have these little dimensional florals that definitely hit that floral theme. I have these clear stickers from, I want to say these are Maggie Holmes, one of her sticker books, that I thought I could use. I won't pull in the blues, but some of the other colors I might get a few used up. Then I went through just some Project Life cards. I have so many Project Life cards from getting Hip Kit for years, among other kits. And so I just pulled, and based off of the colors that I was going for in my kit, I just pulled some 3x4s, some sort of other sort of traveler notebook sizes, some 4x6s. And so I'm just going to use these. Will probably get used for layering or die cutting or punching, anything like that. I'm going to try to get those used up. And then I did pull in, I had a stack of 6x6 pattern papers on my desk, and I pulled just some wood grain to kind of give me a bit of a natural texture and a natural element that I could put on my page, whether I use it for die cutting or layering. I pulled those, and then I had one pink and then this neutral gray painted stripe. So I just pulled those to have something extra to use for layering if I needed it. Next up, I just have several packages. They've all been used, so I'm just working my way through them. These are all word stickers, word strips, so I figured you can never go wrong having those in your kit, so I just went ahead and pulled those. I found this really old kind of washi tape strip book from Hip Kit. The colors worked, so I figured I'd throw that in and maybe get those used up. And then I went through, and like I said, these are all things that were kind of sitting by my desk, so I didn't go far to find supplies. I had this sticker sheet from Bloom Street. Not all the colors, I won't use all of this, but some kind of worked. I figured I could maybe get some of that used up. I have this almost, well, it's been used sticker sheet from Garden Party, Maggie Holmes. It's actually only 1/2, I believe. So I'm going to see what I can get used up from that. This one here is the Sweet Story. Not a lot of this one left, so if I could use this one up, that would be fantastic. So we'll see how that goes. I pulled out this new one from Brave and Bold, which is Amy Tan. And I thought there was quite a bit of the colors in this sticker sheet, so I'm definitely not going to use this and kill it completely, but I figure I can get a few used up, I think, on some pages. And then lastly, I have this sticker sheet. Something ripped the top, but this was a Dear Lizzie sticker sheet, and again, the colors went really well with what I was going for this month, so I pulled that in. I'll try to get more of that used up. Lastly, the only thing I'm going to show you is I did pull from just my bins of ephemera. I did just go through and pull some bags of ephemera that matched the colors. So I did a green bag, and this has everything from some acrylic pieces to some vellum to some chipboard. I have some paper ribbon, just all kinds of pieces just in the colors that were in my mood board or my photo for inspiration. So I pulled that to get these used up. I did one for each color. So I have the green, I have the yellow. Again, it's the same mixture of different types of elements, so plenty to play with to make lots of embellishment clusters. Then I have my orange, and I have my pink. I even have some flare in there as well, and some of those little rose, what are they, acrylic? I think they're acrylic. But I have those in there as well. So plenty to choose from, plenty to play with. So be on the lookout. I probably will use this for a few design team layouts, and we'll see what we create this month. Don't forget to check out everyone who's playing along. And with that, guys, I'll catch you on the next one. Have a great day, everybody. Bye-bye.